Welcome to Prayer and Bible Band, Lesson 7. I do not own the rights to this music. Today's topic is the sin of lying. The background reading is coming out of 2 Chronicles, chapter 18, verses 19 through 34, 1 John chapter 1, verse 10, 1 John chapter 2, verse 4, and verse 22. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 22, Proverbs chapter 30, verse 6, Romans chapter 3, verse 4. The devotional reading is coming out of Colossians chapter 3, verses 1 through 11. The central verse. I will read the King James Version first and then the New International Version of Psalms 101, verse 7. He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house. He that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight. The New International Version. No one who practices deceit will dwell in my house. No one who speaks falsely will stand in my presence. The key terms for today's lesson: deceit and compulsive. Deceit, the act of causing someone to accept as true or valid what is false or invalid. The act or practice of deceiving, the quality of being dishonest or misleading. Compulsive, caused by or subject to an irresistible urge, one who is subject to psychological compulsion. The introduction says, a liar is a person who tells lies. Some of the characteristics of a liar are that he often talks about experiences and accomplishments in which they appear heroic. They are the victim in many of their stories, often looking for sympathy. They tell stories that are elaborate and incredibly detailed. They respond elaborately and quickly to questions, but their responses are usually vague and do not provide an answer to the question. If you note, it is usually about them, which is one reason they talk so much. They lie when there is no reason to lie. Some people lie when they are trying to cover up something, but a liar tells nonsense lies. The discussion says, the devil is the father of lies and tells them to distract and deceive the believer's faith. To tell a lie is an intentionally false statement that is told to deceive someone. One of the greatest tools the devil uses against God's people is deception. Children lie because they fear the discipline that they will receive for their actions and to escape an uncomfortable situation. When they lie, there is always a level of self-protection that is involved, but liars lie just to be lying. Liars come in all shapes, sizes, and colors because the devil does not care about size or color. He will use anyone who allows him. But God is not a man that he should lie, and God hates a lying tongue and a false witness that speaks lies. And that's found in Proverbs chapter 6, verses 16 through 19. God knows how destructive a lying tongue and a witness who speaks lies can be, for they can range from trivial to painful. It is noted that there are several types of liars, which include compulsive liars who cannot seem to help themselves. They just seem to automatically lie. Then there are pathological liars who chronically tell great lies that stretch or exceed the limits of believability. Then there are the sociopaths, who are fast talkers who use words that they do not mean and use language that covers their behavior. But whatever the reason a person lies, he must know that the word of the Lord declares that all liars shall have their part in the lake, which burns with fire, and brimstone, which is the second death. And that's Revelation chapter 21, verse 8. Many people's lives have been ruined because someone lied to them. Men and women are locked away in prison for life because a false witness lied to them. Some people lie so much that they believe the lies that they tell. But the Lord tells the believers not to lie to one another. Lies destroy relationships as well as families. A habitual liar is an extremely dangerous person who cannot be trusted or reasoned with. My mother used to say to us as children, "Don't lie to me. If you lie, you will steal. If you steal, you will kill." That may be a crude way of saying it, but there is much truth in what she said. Parents, train your children while they are young to speak the truth, because the word of the Lord says in Proverbs 22:15, "Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him." Every human has a sinful nature in him, but when he accepts the Lord in his life, he accepts truth and will no longer lie. Lying is one of the most dangerous actions that no parent should allow to grow up in their child. So train them not to lie as little ones, and by the time they are teenagers and later adults, telling the truth becomes a part of who they are. The conclusion: a person who chooses to tell the truth, even when it is harmful to them, is a person who has great character. They are willing to face the situation and take the consequences of their actions. You can count on them not throwing you under the bus. Some people just have a lying spirit in them. The story of Jehoshaphat and Ahab tells about the lying spirit. King Ahab asked King Jehoshaphat if he would join him in attacking Ramoth Gilead, and Jehoshaphat told him yes, he could count on him and his troops. But then Jehoshaphat told him, "But first I must ask God for guidance." Jehoshaphat, the king of Israel, got 400 prophets together and asked them. They agreed and they all answered yes. But something did not seem right in the king's spirit. So he asked if there was another prophet that he could ask and get a second opinion. Ahab told him yes, but he hated him because he never prophesied anything good to him, only doom. Jehoshaphat sent for the prophet Micaiah, who told them the truth of what God said. Of course, Ahab was not happy with what prophet Micaiah said, but God allowed a lying spirit to speak, and they obeyed the lying prophet, and it meant their destruction. The questions for today's lesson. Question 1. What is destructive about lies? Question 2. What are some of the different types of lies? Question 3. Why does God hate liars? The essential thought. When a man puts his confidence in lies, he can expect destruction. The end. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.